The idea of climate minilateralism revolves around the concept that the great powers, whether they are 5, 6, 7 or 8, that really matter in world politics, would come together and form a kind of a club in which climate agreements would be either negotiated or discussed. So it's a small grouping of particularly influential powers that matter to climate politics. And in that sense, a climate minilateral solution would be the one that could advance the deal more faster. So what I will do today is examine whether any proposals that are on the table for a minilateral solution to climate change are actually workable. We've got several such proposals on the table. Some suggest a G20 type solution, others argue for a much smaller club, perhaps only 8, perhaps only 5. But in the end, all these proposals need to produce some kind of framework for finding a climate solution that has to be acceptable to the multilateral framework. A minilateral solution can only work if it is legitimate in the eyes of the international community more generally, particularly developing countries. And so I will examine the concerns that exist around the legitimacy of minilateralism, whether it can work and what it can contribute. There are already some initiatives on the way. Minilateralism in some ways came to the fore in Copenhagen in 2009. The Copenhagen Accord was negotiated by a relatively small group of influential powers. There are other forums, the Major Economies Forum, the G8+5 meetings in the past invigorated the climate debate. So it's already emerging as a field of activity, but we need to link it more clearly to the UNFCCC. One way would be, for example, to establish within the UNFCCC, within the multilateral forum, a formal grouping of countries that want to focus on specific agreements, such as sectoral deals. It could be focused on certain pollutants, like HFCs. It could be focused on certain industries like shipping or aviation. So the UNFCCC could actually begin to establish smaller forums with the relevant powers that have clout in a given area to, in a sense, pre-negotiate certain solutions. So the UNFCCC would therefore become the kind of coordinator of these activities. It could, in a sense, orchestrate such efforts, and that would be a major step forward. Well, the key point to take away is that minilateralism is already emerging and will be with us for some time. There's no question about that. But what we need to work out is how to make it work for the benefit of a global climate solution. It's no good to just let the great powers that have, after all, caused climate change in the past run away with the process and determine their own level of ambition. We need to make sure that their responsibility is emphasized, and for that reason we need a multilateral effort to make minilateralism work.